What's going on, everyone? It's time for a foreign horror film review. Now, today we're going to be talking about a movie from the Philippines, which I've actually been to, so I thought this would be a cool one to check out. P77. It was released July 30th, 2025. It was directed by Roderick Cabrito, who did films like Clarita, Malari, Purgatorio, and Untold. So this is a film about a young girl who goes on a cruise, gets a job on a cruise ship where she's FaceTiming her younger brother and he dies of asthma. And yeah, so she races back home and sure enough, he's alive. And yeah, so she goes and tries to get a job at this luxury condominium building. And she gets there, she meets the owners, and then she sneaks her brother in to come and see the place because they've been talking about it since before she left on her work excursion to go and see it. But then haunting things start happening and weird things start happening, and it's up to her and able to unravel the mystery. So this is actually a very odd movie. This one's hard to place in. It's a horror film, but it's kind of weird because for the first little bit, it's kind of like a paranormal-ish film, but then it gets really into like this weird cultish movie, and then they try to put a twist in, which honestly, I figured it out within a couple minutes of watching this movie. So if you watch closely, you could figure everything out really easily in this. But yeah, to make it, this film's story was just it had its perks. So you had some really creepy stuff. Like honestly, the scariest stuff is probably like within the first 40 minutes of the movie. And then it just gets weird and weirder. But then as I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm going to try to be really vague in this, but I'll go into more spoiler stuff in a bit. But yeah, so but if you pay attention to everything that's going on, it's very easy to figure out what is actually happening. And once that's spoiled for you, this movie kind of just crumbles and it falls apart. It doesn't do it justice and stuff. And then also, by the time you figure this out, you're still with the character for 20 minutes trying to figure out what's going on because, yeah, there's certain points in this where they don't believe in themselves and things like that. And it kind of just drove me nuts. And the characters are fleshed out enough for what it is. The cinematography is really good. The music actually is not too bad as well. And as far as this is in Filipino, so as far as the acting, I can tell was all right. Now, except for the English acting parts, that was kind of cringy. But yeah, for the first little bit, I was confused at why there's some English parts and most of it's in Filipino. But after you figure out the mystery, it makes total sense. So there's a lot of weird things like that. This is not going to be for everyone. This is a very odd movie to sit through and stuff. And yeah, it kind of got pretty boring near the end and stuff. And by the end of it, I was kind of just laughing because they kind of like, after figuring it all out, that's all they could do basically. I was not really big into this film. I thought it was just okay. And that, no, for the average film viewer, this one might be a little shocking and stuff. Yeah, but yeah. Now to go into a bit of a spoiler territory, this is a film that sort of focuses on grief and the traumatic stuff that happens. Even though that was done 10 years ago, they decided to make a movie out of it here. I guess Filipino, there's a lot of, that's like a common thing right now in their media. So they made this movie. And yeah, but yeah, with that, it kind of, once you realize where this is coming from and how it's actually happening, if you figure it out early, it's going to ruin the movie for you, like it did with me. But honestly, if you're an average moviegoer, I think this one you might find the twist very surprising, and they walk you through all the clues and stuff to what's going on near the end, which takes up 20 minutes and was a complete waste of time. But still, I guess you kind of have to do that with some of the audience type people now. I kind of like when they just like leave it ambiguous at the end and let you try to figure it out yourself than spoon feed you all the stuff that they just showed you an hour within the last hour and make you feel dumb. So yeah, but I'm going to give P77 probably a 2 out of 5. I was not into this at all. Very easy twists and turns, and it's pretty much just a dull movie in general. So yeah, but if this sounds like something you might be interested in, it is streaming on Prime, so you can watch it there. Or if you don't have Prime, I'll at least link the trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about down there. Also link down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my letterbox is down below. Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video. Share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. And if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and all day. Probably never thought of checking it out together. And also show you my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because I was scrolling through Shudder and I found a folk horror film I want to check out called The Severed Son. So I'm going to do that next. So make sure you tune in for that. Yeah, watch out for all those cleaning ladies going psychotic and probably making an embarrassment of themselves. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.